You turds want a fucking house tour so bad? Fine, I'll give you a goddamn house tour. This is where I shit! Alright, fine, quick house tour, why the hell not? May as well end this with an update video as well to make it worth putting on YouTube, I guess, whatever. I don't know where to start. How do I do a house tour? Unscripted content is hard. So this is the lounge room, plenty of space to, I don't know, entertain guests. We don't really use the lounge room a lot. We just sort of stick to our own separate rooms, one there, one there. One there, we'll go in there in a second. There's our little food bin that gets issued to everyone in town. We were expected to put our food scraps in there and, yeah, we don't oh god. Oh fuck. Big ass Pokemon DVD collection. I think there's some fucking, what's that, Reverse Blue, Naruto, The Office, the Van one, Boy Wizard. None of this is mine. None of the stuff in this lounge room is mine. That umbrella, no. These statues, nope. These two lounges, nope, not a penny spent on that. This stuff over here, nope. Oh yeah, this is the toilet as well. That's supposed to be up here. Oh fuck! Yeah, for some reason there's only one light switch that also turns the fan on for some reason. I don't know why. This is what we refer to as the pissing toilet because right there is a sealed off door that also leads into this bedroom, which I won't go into because it's not my bedroom. So yeah, they don't want to smell shit seeping right under that crack. There's a snake in front, but that probably doesn't help a lot. Also, just in case you forgot how to turn a doorknob, here's our $3,500 dining table, which we very rarely eat at and only ever use to put rubbish on. Look at this beautiful pile. Our bins are full. Into the kitchen. Boop. In your own time. What is this, fucking 1960? I'm about to do the dishes. Dishes are boring, so I haven't done it yet. Beautiful carpeted floor, so that when we spill something, we will always be reminded of our stupidity and our inability to cook. There's my dinner. Meeseeks cup, because I don't know, it was $4. What? Fuck off. Look at this, it's a tiny little babby jar of cream. Focus! Look at this, it's a tiny little babby bottle of cream. It's not a bottle, it's a jar. Look at this, it's a tiny little babby jar of cream. That wasn't worth the 3 takes. A little babby packet of noodle. Ah! The bed fell over. Our food cupboard handily divided into portions, so we know whose food is whose. There's sort of the communal shelf, not much going on there, just 18 mostly used jars of peanut butter. Here's my cupboard. You can tell because everything's healthy. Now all my food is over here in the freezer. Oh look, fucking nothing. I have some chicken schnitzels that have been sitting in here since before we moved. So they're probably all fucking frostbitten. There's the fridge, also split up into shelves depending on whose food is whose, and then there's not even really much of a communal shelf. It's just everyone has their own shelf or two. Oh yeah. Food's boring. So the cool thing about this house is that it was actually, what was it? It was like a physiology or something before. So parts of the house were converted to obviously suit a business better. And one thing that they didn't remove when it was changed over, this thing heats up the whole damn house. Yes, beautiful. Mwah, mwah. I'm gonna turn that off though because it's actually kind of hot. It's the first day of spring, which means it's hot. There's, I won't go in there either. That's not my stuff. But one of my roommates has 2 rooms because he's a cunt. But that's fine, I've got my own room, so I couldn't give less of a shit. And look how beautiful and unorganized it is. The old place had a friggin' built-in wardrobe, so I didn't have any cupboards or anything to bring over with me, so for now I've just got a pile. All sorts of shit in it. Look, fucking, look, there's the noise guard that I use for recording voices and shit. One of my 2 guitars, both of which are broken and neither of which I've decided to fix. valeforXD veterans will remember this one. This is the guitar from the Ford vs Chevy video. I still haven't fixed the string. Old laptop. It's fucked. There's the Gurren Lagann poster right there. I don't know if we're actually allowed to hang things up in here, but doesn't matter either way. And then we've got my $600 flat thing. I was drawing a little Protogen friendo. Absolute purest bean in existence. Whatever, no one cares. No more art previews for you. Over here, my workstation, I guess you could call it that. Little sneak preview. Not that anything interesting is happening on the screen at this moment in time, but everything right and wrong with Jack X is happening, don't worry lads. Beautiful rocket mouse, which makes the editing process so much, what's the word here, streamlined. So much more streamlined. You've got this little shift key down here that lets you essentially change the function of each and every button on the mouse, and you can also assign profiles to each of the buttons. So yeah, it makes like copying and pasting like the subtitles and stuff into the video so much more easy, and just, yeah. Sponsor me, Rocket. Why is this on the ground? What the fuck? Gotta take care of your butt. Little bit of a rubbish pile. It's not as bad as it was yesterday, if you can believe it. There's my VR up there. Haven't played that in about 3 months, mostly for lack of trying. What's in my shelf? I still don't know who this man is. Mum gave me this for my, I think it was like my 22nd birthday. Still don't know who the cunt is. Luigi's in here too. No one cares. Why don't we have a seat, champion? Fuck out of the way. What is? My pitiful... Get out of the way, Mario. My pitiful games collection. One of 2 shelves, including such greats as Sonic 06, Rock Revolution, Little Britain, the video game, Shrek Extra Large. I'd love to do a Shrek video at some point, actually. Some random games that we played on the Acquaintances at some point, like, for example... Oh, Dora! Hell yeah! I haven't opened this fucking thing in ages. Oh, that's right.
Where's your disc reader now, bitch?
Back up you go, just for memory's sake. And then there's some newer games and stuff down here. I really don't collect a lot of physical games because I'm always tempted to trade them back in, and for the sake of convenience I do prefer digital. That's not something I really want to discuss right now. That's a topic for a different video, but I do have one Wii U game, which is more than most people on the planet, and the greatest DS game of all time. If you've heard of this, you a real one. And then this is some stuff behind there. No, it's boring. There's Cody Simpson. He just sort of hangs out down here. He was actually being used to prop up this cupboard a little bit because, I'll just stand back, hang on. It might, hang on. It might be a little hard to tell. Can I? Everything in this house is sort of on a slant. Like, especially that corner. When you walk into the kitchen as well, feels like the whole thing's just gonna collapse under your weight. The whole house is just scuffed, wonky. It's old as fuck. Oh shit. Out the front we have, oh, it's dark. Out the front we have, oh, it's still dark. Out the front okay, this isn't gonna help at all. I picked the worst time to film this, but there's supposed to be a beautiful garden there. Oh well, maybe next time, champion. What else? Oh, and then there's also the benefit, well, I call it benefit, but it's not really. The benefit to this place being a physiotherapy previously is that the whole backyard is a car park. Yeah, it's pretty much only there for, I don't know, doing sick doughies in. Then we've got a little pulley system for the bins. No, you're not allowed to look at my rubbish. Piss off. We're not allowed to use that shed either. That belongs to the owner. So that's a lot of storage space just gone. And then we've got the laundry slash shower slash poo poo toilet. Again, light is tied to the fan for some reason. Here's a weird secret you know about me now. We have at least 72 rolls of toilet paper. Over here we've got the shower. The worst shower in existence. It's one of those ones that just sort of forces the water out and just kind of tickles your whole body. Also, the water doesn't go down the drain properly, so it just kind of floods. It's a makeshift bath. And then over here we've got, you've already seen this, the poo-poo toilet. That's not particularly interesting, I know, it's just, you asked for a house tour, that's what I'm giving you. Poopy. Let's like those cunts off. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, this is the computer that, thanks to the help of all of my patrons, as well as a very good friend of mine, you guys helped me to build this absolute monstrosity of a, cable management thing. This is actually kind of embarrassing, oops. Yeah, $2,000 PC. It's got like, oh, what the fuck has it got in it? A RTX 2060, 32GB of RAM, I think an Intel i7 8700, some shit, I can't quite remember. And this thing, when I'm not feeling like a sad piece of shit, has made the editing process so much better, especially compared to that thing out there. I'm sure I've said it before, but I am eternally grateful, and I hope everyone knows that. that is dusty as fuck. What the hell? So, I think that's pretty much it. I can't really think of anything else I want to show. Oh, well, there's my cute little Moogle boy. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. That's the... I want to call it the valeforXD household, but it's not just my house, is it? In that case, I think I will just moan loudly until Aaron decides at some point that it is a fitting time to go from the house to a portion of the video and into the update. So, Well, that was fucking lame. Anyway, just want to take a couple of minutes to talk about where I've been and what's happening in the future. If you don't care about this stuff, I won't blame you if you click off and go watch some Mr. Beast or some shit. Anyway, first off, where have I been? This is gonna sound like a bunch of thinly veiled excuses, but on one hand, we just moved house, so that ate up a fair bit of our time. And on the other hand, I've been under a lot of emotional stress due to, well, yeah, that. I'm not going to discuss it here, you can go to my Twitter for that, link in the description, but I don't want to bog this video down talking about it. But yep, that's why I've been absent. I've been a sad boy. Whatever the gender-neutral term for boy is. I know that's not the greatest of excuses, but regardless, I appreciate everyone being so patient while I worked my shit out. You're the real MVPs. Second, I discussed this in the previous video, but I'm currently working on everything right and wrong with the Spyro Reignited trilogy, which will now be divided into 3 parts so that I can actually get content out, as well as starting work on the Need for Speed retrospective, which part 1 of that was supposed to be the next video, but I accidentally recorded the wrong screen and had to replay through Underground 1 again, so that was neat. Thirdly, streams. People have been asking if I have any plans to stream, and the answer is yes, absolutely. When? Don't know. I finally have good internet that allows me to stream without affecting the people I live with, so streaming is definitely on the table now, and the only thing left in the way is the issue of, confidence. I've never really talked live in front of people, and that's gonna be something I have to figure out how to deal with. I know, I'm baby, but regardless, definitely gonna stream for you guys at some point, even if it's not necessarily soon. Finally, it's been 2.5 years since I replaced my old avatar pointing and looking at nothing with this avatar, who has never unfolded his arms in his life. I liked him at the time, but being a fairy will do things to you, namely wanting to replace this stinky thing with something significantly less human. Truthfully, I don't feel like I have any affinity with this guy anymore, and I'm considering a small rebranding by replacing this fleshling with this pure creature. This is my fursona, Remy, in their protogen form. Protogen being a species of cybernetic space shark dog things with modular limbs that can run Doom on their faces. However, I'm considering separating the two and making this protogen the new Vale, for all intents and purposes. I could use the goat, but I think I'd rather just keep them as one of my fursonas rather than pushing them as a representation of me, even though they look more like my current avatar than the protogen does, lol. All I'm saying is, I'm furry trash, and I'm gonna fill my videos with furry trash and become the popufur I've always wanted to be, ever since I burst from my mother's womb. Okay, not really, I mean, being a popufur sounds nice, lol, but I want to give my videos more personality. They always seem to look a little dry, and something as simple as having an avatar pop up on screen occasionally will, I think, help spruce things up. If I go ahead with it, still not 100% sure, I probably will, but I don't know. They may appear as early as the Need for Speed retrospective, or I'll have a special themed video to introduce them in. I'm not entirely sure yet. Anyway, if you choose not to unsubscribe after I start putting my fursona in videos, that's awfully kind of you, mister. Alright, that's enough rambling out of me, I'm getting back to the Spyro video. As ever, like, comment, subscribe, check out my Patreon to vote on the next E-roll video, and follow me on Twitter for updates, funnies, or just to watch me get mad at transphobes. See you soon!